Thank you for joining us again today
on our Ogbonge channel.
We hope your week was not too stressful.
It cannot be stressful. When you are stressed, you can take a warm water bath, and when you wake up in the morning, before eating anything at all, make sure that you drink warm water to flush your system.
So today we're talking about some of health challenges that are near inevitable in our generation today.
Yes.
These days you see 10 years old wearing correction glasses. Meanwhile, in the villages, my over 70 years old uncle reads his Bible and newspaper without any glasses on. We've come to terms with some strange illnesses that have come to stay, which weren't there in the times of old.
Strange sicknesses are everywhere. It is like as technology is bringing new inventions, sickness too is bringing new inventions.
We have the cancers, the fibroid, tumors, and especially cancer. If we want to break it down, we have cancer of the breast, bladder cancer, oral and oropharyngeal cancer.
What of cancer of the skin? Cancer of the lungs. We even have cancer of the blood cell. Hey! Very soon we will hear of saliva cancer.
The list goes on. They weren't there in the times of our forefathers. And these people used to, until now, if you go to the villages, they are still living longer than those of us living in the city.
Because they eat herbs all the time, nah?
Yes, they eat fresh foods. And most of the food they eat build up their immune system.
Even to brush their teeth, they use chewing stick.
Yes, and in the process of brushing the teeth, sometimes they swallow the sap, which is medicinal. If we eat well, we won't fall sick easily. But some people feel eating well is loading heavy eba on the plate. Then loading another plate with pomo, shaki, roundabout, beef.
Some people will even add egg on top, sef.
My goodness. Eating well means eating healthy. It's not eating heavy amount of food at a blow. If you take a look at the food pyramid, in Nigeria we turn it upside down. The things we are supposed to eat less, those are the things we even eat more. I'm guilty of that too, but there's a way I cunningly balance that. Since I realized that I eat more of swallow, so what I do is I buy gari, I buy oats, I buy cereals like maybe cornflakes, golden morn, sometimes I mix them. Then I blend everything together and pour it inside the gari and mix it up. So whenever I'm eating eba, I'm automatically eating more of cereals than the starchy cassava.
For those of you that eat eba and akpu all the time, sometimes try eating semo.
Or eat wheat meal. It's much better than eating eba and fufu all the time. God has created all that is required for us to stay healthy inside the food we eat. For instance, onions and garlic build up your immune system, and garlic is the most powerful antibiotic on earth. And when your immune system is compromised, that's when you are likely to fall sick easily, because anything that enters your body systems will attack you and your white blood cell will be powerless. When someone has flu, people always say it's dust that causes flu.
That is kata.
Yes. Then when you go to the pharmacy, they will give you likely vitamin C or whatever. Where did vitamin C come from? The orange you see every day is very helpful.
You know Ibadan people don't used to call it like that too. You have to pronounce it in a way that they too will understand. They call it vitamin C, not vitamin C.
Okay. I had a flu recently and I think you can notice that from my voice. And someone was like, oh, maybe you inhale dust.
Yes, nah. It is dust that causes catarrh, nah.
You are not correct. You can inhale dust, but that doesn't mean you must have flu. Like I said before, when your immune system is compromised, that's what leads to flu. So you can inhale dust and get catarrh because some dust particles carry germs and bacteria. We consume these things on daily basis, directly or indirectly.
Yes, nah. Like one boy in my class, he does not wash his fruit before he eats it too. If you ask him, he will tell you his father said that disease does not kill a black man.
Disease kills anybody. Why dust will hasten your catching flu when your immune system is weak is because you inhale it directly to your lungs and it's easy to attack you. Unlike the ones we eat with the food, the bacteria and enzymes in our stomach can fight those ones. But if the immune system is strong, you won't catch flu. So let's eat more of plants, the fruits, the cereals, and all that we can reach as shown in the food pyramid. Our body needs them more than the meat, the starch that we load ourselves with every time, because they are more medicinal and easy to digest than the meat.
Boko, you have heard it now.
Let's move to the more critical aspect of today's episode. Have you heard someone say, don't drink a bottled water that has been left inside the car for long?
Yes, so me, I used to hear that one very well. Our teacher used to tell us, if you find plastic bottled water inside your dad's car, please don't drink it. It's not good for your health.
Fantastic. But due to ignorance, a lot of people think that it's only plastic bottled water that is left inside the car that is not good. But do you know that a lot of people microwave their foods inside plastic containers?
That is what we call microplastism or plastomicroism. That will make the heat to penetrate faster now.
It's very bad, worse than the plastic bottled water left inside the car. The reason for this is that most of these plastic bottles contains a particular chemical called bisphenol A. Some manufacturers have adopted bisphenol S and bisphenol F. They all do the same damage to our bodies. Bisphenol A is a chemical that is used during plastic production to harden the plastic. They also use it in canned foods. If you open any canned food, take a look inside the wall of the can. There is a thin coating in the inner wall. The color might be white or yellowish. That coating also contains BPA.
BPA is acronym for bisphenol A.
Yes. So let's talk about the plastic bottles or containers. We all know that the interior of a car can be very hot when packed because heat within cannot escape, especially when the car windows are wound up. So the heat in the car heats up the bottled water and the molecules of the particles loosen up and mix with the contents of the bottle, whether it is water or drinks.
So if someone come and drink that water or drink, he is automatically drinking BPA mixed in the water.
Exactly. There are some people that own shops, and when they are supplied with whether sachet water, bottled water, plastic bottle drinks, they leave them outside because there is no space in the shop to put them. So sun will heat them all day long, and when you touch them, they are like what was cooked. There's no difference between those drinks left in the sun and those left inside the car.
Hey, you see now.
And the worst is someone who then puts food inside a plastic container and puts that food inside a microwave oven. Let's not forget that plastics are made by heating up rubber or other recycled plastics. Then they are blown into shape. So when you are heating plastic inside the microwave oven, you are rendering the chemical components loose. So BPA and other chemical components in the plastic container get mixed with your food and you consume it.
That is calamitously over-dangerous.
Also, the coating inside the canned food containers kind of mix with the liquid content, or is it molten? Not necessary until you heat it in this case. Because when they coat the can, not all the BPA is being sealed in. Some are left in the surface and they mix with the contents of the can.
Now, what is wrong with consuming BPA, sir? You are just talking about how you can consume it and where you can consume it from.
Alright, bisphenol A has the same molecular structure as the hormone estrogen in females that plays various roles in the body. In females, it helps to develop and maintain both the reproductive system and female characteristics such as breast and pubic hair. I mean estrogen. So due to its estrogen-like shape, BPA can bind to estrogen receptors and influence bodily processes such as growth, cell repair, fetal development, that is a fetal egg that is in a womb, and reproduction.
Hey, this is a critical issue. The criticalization of our health issue is the dangerization of sicknessity.
In addition, BPA may also interact with other hormones receptors such as those for your thyroid and also influence their function.
Which one is thyroid again? That one that they use to join car tire to the car wheel?
Your thyroid is a gland in your neck that has a shape like a butterfly. It's one of the endocrine glands that makes hormones. Thyroid hormones control the rate of many activities in the body. This includes how fast you can burn calories and how fast your heart can beat.
Oh!
So it can cause malfunction to these systems in your body.
Even the mobile phone that we carry around, they say that they used to send and receive radio waves that interferes with our body cells.
Sure, the technology around us also has constituted vastly to our health status. In those days, they used to use leaf to tie moi moi. Today, they are using polythene, what we popularly call nylon. That's what they used to tie moi moi now, and they cook it. Certainly, there's chemical reaction between the nylon and its contents because boiling starts when the heating level reaches 100 degrees centigrade. And they cook it for not less than 1 hour before that moi moi will get done. Another adverse contributing factor to our health is that some people prefer to grind their tomato and other food in a grinding machine. In the days of old, our forefathers would use stones to grind their food. Today, you can use your blender. It's better and safer than the grinding machine because the grinding machine works by scrubbing two metals together to crush whatever is in between those two metals. And in this process, the two metals are being grinded themselves. Slowly though, and they mix with the food you are grinding and you end up consuming them.
Okay, that is true. That is why they used to sharp the grinding machine teeth when it is blunt.
Yes, which means they have been eaten up. And how did they manage to eat up?
By gradually grinding into the food that we grind now.
Fantastic. Today, once a female crosses the age of 30 and she hasn't had a baby yet, she is liable to have fibroid. The society we live in today is not what our forefathers left for us because of industrial revolution, technological advancement, and civilization.
So you are saying we should not be civilized, Abi? We should remain in the Stone Age?
That's not what I'm saying. I am saying civilization has changed the way we do a lot of things, like the food we eat. The things we consume today, as I've explained, react with the systems of our bodies and alter how our body is supposed to work or function. Take cancer, tumor, fibroid for instance. These are altered body cells that replicate themselves unusually and excessively. One of the reasons why mothers are advised to give their newborn baby exclusive breast milk for at least 1 year is because of this issue. Research has shown that children that are fed with breast milk have 80% less chances of having BPA in their system than those that their mother used formula. And remember that some of the food given to these formula kids are canned foods.
Wait, Uncle, please, was it formula that they gave me? Because I heard you mentioning that bisphenol A used to alter some things in the body which include growth. I don't understand.
Takpo, don't worry, you will grow. It's a matter of time. Just make sure that you don't associate yourself with acne and pawpaw.
Hey! My growth is now conditionally and dichotomically ascertained. Hey!
Alright, my lovely people. We still have a lot to say, but time won't permit us. We'll find some other time to finish up on this matter. Whatever we say here, go ahead and do your own research too. Don't just take our word for it. And try as much as possible to avoid consuming some things that might not be healthy for your body if you can. Live a healthy life, not by consuming food excessively, but by consuming what your body requires.
And from your number one multi-ultra sophisticated grammatologist, we say have a prosperous weekend and share this video to enlighten some people out there. Potia!